foul is on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Mike, 58, right there. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
0-2, 0-2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Ready? You ready?
43. Let's go, D.
11.
43 is the mic.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Stop your whining.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Breeze now on first down. To the right side and complete to Washington. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Bree's going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Johnson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Arizona.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
What we got? Mike's 47. Mike's 40.
First down, Murray. And an alley to run. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Set, ready. 10, touchdown. 55.
Bandit.
On first down, Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and
Ted Ginn's gonna go. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 79 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, partner, I want to revisit week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City. And Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
To throw on third down. Murray into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Play the intended receiver.
We can't be stopped.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. They find some open field here. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
43 is the mic. Hey, orbit. Watch the screen. 43 is the mic. Squeeze, double. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, easy. Mike's 43. Mike's 40. 12.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Hey, Haywood.
Here's Breeze to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Shit.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On first down, it's Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Murray. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Shoot. Let's go. Come on.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Gonzalez puts this one through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 24, check 24.
Hey, easy. Tonight.
Kamara. Again he finds an opening. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Ginn has it complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Set, ready. 10, touchdown. 55. Let's go, one more.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Big stop, let's go.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ready. Mike 55, Mike 55. No.
Murray now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, at some point during this broadcast, we had to bring up the Antonio Brown saga, and that moment is right now. I got to get your thoughts. I got to get you on the record. What do you think of all this?
Well, when you go back to Oakland, and you know about my relationship with the head coach and the general manager there, but putting that aside, one, never would have made the deal for him. I just never saw him as a guy that was going to go from place to place and be the influence that you want in a locker room, and that proved to be true in Oakland. Now he gets a new start, kind of a fresh start, to put it mildly, in New England, and they seem to be all on board with that. But that has to be the one team that can take him, because they have a head coach there that if he doesn't do what the head coach wants, he actually will get rid of him. If he went to another team, they would try and continue to make it work, and that might grind down a team in a locker room. But that won't happen in New England. So if he's still there, that means it's working well. Otherwise, he'll be out of there fast.
He's checking. Crash. 36. Kill.
On first down, Murray. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 58's the mark.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, easy. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's our field. Not field.
Bree's going to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A 10th carry for Kamara. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
21. Hey, Steve 6. Here we go.
Here I come.
Now Breeze. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Lutz's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson. 76 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Cardinals 31, Saints 24. Zane Gonzalez to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the ground, this is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check 30. Under.
Breeze now to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
The Cardinals score 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Murray now on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
To try again after the sack. Murray.
I'm plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw, it's Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. 58, come on.
You ain't going nowhere.
11, 11, 11, 11.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Where's that?
58, right there.
What?
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich thrown against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Flushed out right. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Here we go. Who's it for?
Hey, check, check.
Check, 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 check. Yeah.
Check, play 47. Check, pick up.
Back to throw. Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Harris to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on it, it'd be up in the 300s right now. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us
many y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you.